day just was a dreary day. And hey, my wife kind of under the weather. So check it. Almost forgot to show y'all my carrots. Look at them carrots, y'all. Look at them carrots. Big boy. But anyway, we finna hook up some chicken noodle soup. We're gonna use these carrots. Gonna start off with 4 cups of water. Gonna use these Brussels sprouts and these noodles. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Glad that you're here. Hope to see you again. But while you're here, don't forget to give me that LSS. What's that? That like, share, and subscribe. So first thing first, we're gonna go ahead and get both ends cut off our carrot. After we get both ends cut off, we're gonna go ahead and cut it in half. Then this is a big carrot, y'all. So we gonna quarter it, It's a big boy, but we gonna make it work. So yeah, once we get it cut in quarters, we just gonna go ahead and dice it on up.
I mean, you want to make pieces about like this, but see, I also got pieces this thick too. My thing is, I like the difference in texture. Now, you can make it all the same size and you'll have the same texture on all. But if you chop them up at different sizes, you're going to have different textures on your carrots. Just my opinion. Don't make it right.
So now that we took care of that carrot, let's go ahead and dice up our onion. Well, I mean chop. Because we just gonna chop these up, y'all.
So yeah, just so you know, on these Brussels sprouts, because I want them to be kind of meaty. Well, not meaty, but you know what I mean. We're just gonna cut the ends on pieces like this. Not huge, but hey, you feel them. Now the ones like this, we're gonna cut them like that, then cut them like that. Then these bigger ones, like these 2 bad boys, gonna be, oh my goodness, because he's going in 4 pieces. Just straight in half. You still gonna get contrast in flavors and in textures.
So in our pot, we're gonna go ahead and get in 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
So yeah, we're gonna start off with our onions. Get them on in our thing.
Once we get them in, let's go ahead and give it a mix. It smells good. It smells good.
So of course, you got a rain on. And a little salt. A little pepper. And let's go ahead and give them a little mix. Now you got the baby and our carrots. Yeah, these a little mix. Let's go ahead and rain on it one more time. A little salt. A little pepper. And once we get to this point, see how our onions looking? They looking pretty good. They almost there, y'all. They almost there. Let's go ahead and add 4 cups of water. And we gonna let this simmer, y'all. Let it simmer. So here go our chicken thigh. Now I washed this meat. I ain't clean it up though, y'all. We want that fat, that collagen being in our soup. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, y'all, we just gonna let this simmer. And right at the end, gonna check the flavor, add our salt and our pepper. And it's gonna be so tasty, y'all. But look here, when you first start out, sage, y'all. Now this comes from my garden. It's always beautiful to have your own spices, herbs, and seasoning, because you can go out and make your own salt for real if you really want to. I can't because I ain't that close to the ocean, but yeah, it's always good to have those things. And then of course, you know I gotta add my herb blend. That sage though is just so good. With that chicken. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sage, you know it's tasty. Any poultry, y'all. Any poultry. Let's give this a mix and mix. And then we're gonna let all this stew down. So right now, the temperature on my eye is like a medium high. But I'm finna set this. It's just straight medium. And we gonna let this boil down. And guess what? When we get ready to add water, we ain't adding no water. We had to stop, baby. Gonna make sure it tastes tasty. So yeah, we gonna add a little chicken stock. We about done, yeah. We about done. We get to this point, we're only adding that extra stock because our chicken is ready to go. We're gonna break it down, and we're gonna leave the bones in here, y'all. We don't wanna take the bones out. First we're gonna add our Brussels sprouts, then we're gonna add our noodles.
So once we get them Brussels sprouts in, we gonna go ahead and get that a mixy mix. And see how that chicken breaking down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna boil down a little bit more. That chicken gonna be so tender and juicy. And we got all that good veg. Don't that look good, y'all? Look at that broth. Look at that broth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, y'all, once y'all broth get to looking like this, hey, it's time to add them noodles. And you gonna cook your noodles for 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how you like your noodles. But anyway, let's go ahead and get our noodles in.
So yeah, y'all, we all done. Look at that, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all see? Oh yeah, this real like it. But anyway, let's go ahead and play it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't that look good? Let's go ahead and give this a taste. Oh my goodness. You already know it's good because you checked it for your salt and your pepper. Let's taste it with the bread. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's one of my kind of bites.
What's going on, y'all? We about to do pork chops and applesauce. But guess what? A little different, y'all. We gonna take us a piece of pork on. We gonna cut each piece about 2 to 2.5 inches thick. We gonna pound it down. We gonna fry them up. We're gonna serve it on top of some beautiful apples that we sauteed down, and some honey, and some butter, and some brown sugar, and some salt. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so tasty, y'all. But anyway, you know what time it is. Let's get it.
I'm gonna start off with our pork loin, and we're gonna cut it about 2 inches to 2.5 inches thick. See, that's the thickness we're looking for, y'all. Right there. Now with this loin right here, I end up being able to cut me 4 nice chops up out of here, y'all. Oh yeah. But check it out. That's what we want our chops to look like once we get them all cut out. Pretty much try to get them as even as possible, but you know, don't go crazy with it, y'all. Don't stress yourself out. So once we get our chops cut out, piece of saran wrap, and we're gonna cover the top of the chop so we can go ahead and pound this out. Now you could use a Ziploc bag, cut it in half, or even just put it inside the Ziploc bag and just don't close it up and pound it out. However you decide to do it. But you know, basically the plastic is just to keep the meat juices and everything from flying all over the place. You all won't have to do all that cleaning after you get done doing this, y'all. You know I ain't lying. You know I ain't lying. So yeah, midway through, you want to flip them over and finish up that pounding process. Now, if you wanted to, if you was trying to tenderize this, you could use the other side, you know, and kind of grate it a bit. But that's okay. You don't need to do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and rain on it. And with a little salt, a little pepper. Of course, you gotta season both sides, y'all. Gotta season both sides. Oh yeah. So after we get that done, we're gonna go ahead and get our dredge station ready. Now, we just gonna crack 2 eggs into this bowl and give them a quick whisk. And that's all we need for these eggs. Now into another bowl, we're gonna add a cup of flour into it. And we're gonna go ahead and rain on that flour with a little salt and pepper. Cause you gotta season your flour, y'all. You gotta season your flour. Then also to this, gonna add me a little bit of basil and a little bit of sage, y'all. I love that sage on me, some chicken and some pork chops. It just make it taste so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And of course we're gonna mix that up, incorporating all those seasonings. And then we're gonna set this to the side. And now we're gonna start on our apples, cause we are ready for our pork. So we're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of olive oil in our pan, and then we're gonna add in our onions and bell peppers. Now bell peppers are diced, or onions are just simply chopped. And of course, we gotta give that a mix. You don't want this stuff to burn, y'all. It can't burn. So after giving it a little mix, you're gonna go ahead and rain on it. Then with a little salt and pepper. Then give that a mix. Let that seasoning get a chance to get all over them vegetables. Then it's time to come in with them apples, y'all. Them apples. Oh my goodness, look at them apples. Hey, apples are tasty, y'all. Good for you. Good source of fiber. Everything. You need to eat some of these. Of course, we're going to give this a good mix. Now to our apples, we're going to go ahead and start raining on our apples with some nutmeg. Some cinnamon and brown sugar. And then we're going to give that a mix. Then once we get this nicely mixed up, we want to kind of get it where it's even across the pan, because we're going to go and put our honey on. So we're going to drizzle on that honey. Now to this, I actually added 2 tablespoons of butter, but I didn't get it on camera. So make sure after you add your honey, you put in your 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're just gonna let this simmer on down until those apples get to our liking. I mean, we could eat it now, but we're gonna let them get a little bit more tender, y'all. So let's go ahead and start on our dredging station. We're going into our plain flour, not our seasoned flour, our plain flour. Then into our egg. Then after that egg, of course we gotta get into that seasoned flour, y'all. Get a nice good crust on that. guess what? It's time to take that good deep fried bath. Oh my goodness. Look at that pork chop frying. Look at it frying. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I already know this gonna be tasty, y'all. I know y'all know it's gonna be tasty too. So after frying for about, I'll say, 4 to 5 minutes, our pork chop is ready. And it's coming on out that grease, y'all. But you know I gotta fry them some more. Wifey gotta get one. And I think Brother John is eating today too. So anyway, let's go and plate up. We got our apples. Look at those apples, y'all. Don't they look tasty? Oh my goodness, those look tasty, y'all. And then of course we coming in with that beautiful chop. And we ready, y'all. We ready. But anyway, what's going on, y'all? Guess what? We doing pizza today. Deep dish. And if you're new here, welcome. Glad you're here. Hope to see you again. But don't forget to give me that LSS. You know what that is. That's that like, share, and subscribe. That like, share, and subscribe. But y'all know what time it is. Let's get it. So we gonna start off by getting a packet of fast rising yeast into a cup of water. Now this water is at a temperature of 105 degrees. And we simply just gonna give that a little whisk. Now, while we're waiting on our yeast to get activated, we're gonna chop us up one whole onion. Cause it's time to make our sauce, y'all. So into our pan, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we're gonna get our onions in. And you know, of course, you gotta rain on them. You gotta hit them with a little salt, a little pepper. Now let's go ahead and give that a little mixy mix. Then we're gonna add us a tablespoon of garlic. Now this is just that jarred garlic you get in the store. And we're gonna give that a mix. Cause the last thing you wanna do is burn this garlic, y'all. You don't wanna burn that garlic. So once we get a little heat on that, we gonna go on in and add in our tomato sauce. And we gonna give that a mix. So to our sauce, we're gonna go ahead and add us about 2 tablespoons of oregano and 2 tablespoons of basil. And then we're gonna mix that up and we're gonna let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Oh yeah. That's about ready there, y'all. So now let's turn our attention back to our dough. So we're gonna get 3 cups of flour into our bowl. a tablespoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now we're gonna go ahead and start adding in our water with that yeast in it. Now, I like to add mine in slow. Slowly combining it. Seems to work out better for me, but however you do it, be fine with it. You can pour it all in at one time. I don't think it'll make that big of a difference. So after you get it mixed up a little bit, it's time to go and get them hands dirty. And we're just gonna need this until we get our perfect ball. And we're gonna let this sit for another 30 minutes and let that dough rise. And then we'll be ready to cook our pizza, y'all. Now, them 30 minutes have passed. It's time to get that dough into that pan. Now, I have me a cast iron skillet here. And what you want to do is pat that dough down and roll it up them sides. Now, how far up the sides you want to go is totally up to you, depending on how many toppings you're going to add. In my opinion, because I like to have a little bit of crunchy cheese at the top. So now we're going to add in our sliced cheese, and we're going to run that cheese all the way up the side of that pan. That way I have me a little crunchy cheese at the end. That little cheese crunch be good too, y'all. Really do. And see if you got any gaps like these, just go ahead and fill those in with a little piece of cheese. Now I'm using sliced mozzarella here. And that's the cheese that I suggest you use, y'all. And then we gonna add in some sausage that I have already pre-cooked. Not all the way done, but halfway through, y'all. Now this is Italian sausage as well. So after we get our sausage in, we gonna go ahead and continue that meat trail, y'all. And gonna get us some pepperoni in. A whole layer. A whole layer. And now we coming in with that beautiful sauce we made. Yes, yes, yes. This was so tasty, y'all. Now, I like my deep dish pizza, but I do like to have that New York style, y'all. And especially that St. Louis style, that super thin cracker crust we be having going on. Now to the top, we adding us a little parm. Y'all have a little Parmesan cheese. And then we gonna get this into a 500-degree oven. Now this shouldn't take no longer than 15, 20 minutes tops. But in the middle, my wife, she said she wanted a little extra cheese. So I threw me a little extra mozzarella on top. Now after about 15 minutes, my pizza is looking good, and it's time to come on up out of there. So tasty. Let's go and grab us a slice. Look at that there, y'all. Look at that there. Don't it look good? Let me get a taste of this right here. That's why I like that 500-degree oven. Y'all see that little char on the bottom? Gotta have that char. It gives it a nice crunch, makes it a little crispy. And oh my goodness, this is so
Hey, what's up, y'all? Check it out. We making salsa today, aka hog head cheese, y'all. Check it out. Instead of using the whole hog head like you normally do, we gonna take pig snoot and neck bone, boil them down, and make our hog head cheese. But anyway, y'all, you know what time it is. Let's get it. So we gonna start off. We gonna fill our pot up with some water. And hey, we gonna get our neck bones in. Once we get our neck bones in, we gonna get our snoot in. And hey, don't forget, thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. And leave me a comment down below, guys. Leave me a comment down below. But anyway, check out this snoot, y'all. You want to have your snoot. You want to have it fatty, but you know, if you can get a little meat on it. Get some meat on it. But of course, you know, you need that fat, so when it all come together, it gels. But anyway, let's get this on the stove. Turn our high to medium high heat. And yeah, let's get this boiling, y'all. Now I'll add 2 tablespoons of salt in here. Now yeah, this is all we looking for, y'all. Just keep boiling it down. That's all we gotta do is boil it down until all the meat falls off the bone. That's what we looking for. Now this is an hour. It usually takes about 2 hours, but this is how the meat look after an hour. Alright, we done reached about 2 hours now. And as you can see, this is ready. You see how the meat has come away from the bone and everything is very tender? We ready to go, y'all. We ready to go. So let's cut this pot off and let it cool down so we can start picking our meat, y'all. Alright, we can let this cool down for about an hour because you know that was hot, y'all. So let's start picking our meat, and all we doing is getting all the meat, all the fat, everything off the bone. We want all of it, everything but the bone. Oh yeah, this is how you want it. You want it tender, falling off, so it don't give you a lot of trouble. It's not hard. Hey, how you like it, y'all? Now we got all our meat picked off. The only thing we gonna do now, make it rain it on them, of course. Let's hit them with some salt. Come on in with some onion powder. Hit it with some garlic powder. This here is that white pepper, y'all. Oh yeah, keep them black bits out of there. All right now, we coming in with that cayenne. You know I like my cayenne, y'all. With that cayenne pepper. I ain't gonna try to make it too spicy. Wifey might not like it if it's too spicy. So let's give this a quick mix. Then we gonna come in with a little bit of red pepper flakes, y'all. Just a little bit. Like I say, I don't know how hot wifey would like it. Yeah, mix that really well. Once we get it mixed well, what we want to do, we want to come in with that juice. Now make sure you took all your bones and everything out of the pot and just juice coming out. Go ahead and get that juice poured right over. Now you might see a little few extra bits that fell out the pot, but that's meat, y'all. That's not bone. Oh yeah, just mix it up really well. Make sure everything gets down to the bottom. And hey, it'll be ready, y'all. Alright, so we ready to go. We just gonna let this cool off. And then we gonna get it in the refrigerator overnight and we good. Alright y'all, this is the next day. Hey, we done let it set up. Look pretty good. Say hello to my wifey.
Hello.
A little crazy self. And we gonna test this out. Let's cut.
Coffee out of pork. See the pork in the top. Slide it down. Or would you rather have butter?
Alright, I got it.
Okay, now slice it in that way. Ouch! I need a piece for the cracker.
Let's check it out. Oh, you want to do the honors, honey?
Why not? I gotta sample it first. Okay. I'm gonna go from oh no. Go from the bottom. From this side.
Could be a piece too now.
Yeah, I got a long. Oh. You want to cut it in half? You want a cracker? I'm gonna need the cracker.
Get a good look at it.
I just never been
Oh,
brave
yeah.
to eat it alone.
You can get a cracker. What it tastes like, baby?
Oh yeah, that's on point. Now let's see what it tastes like on bread. Okay, you slice a little piece so I can take Mr. Sam's on. So I know he ate today.
All right.
It's really good. Now you can make a hot one.
Well, I thought I had nothing to do too. We was gonna do one hot and one mild, but hey.
And then you can do a sauce. I think grainy like that one. Gotta smash it to make it right. Always have to smash your sandwich. Oh yeah. Now all I need is some brown swagger, chopped ham and bologna, and lettuce and tomato. Well, onion and be on point for the fire sound. It's really good.
But anyway, y'all. Love, peace, and keep it grilling, y'all. See ya.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Stelly Grills. and chills. Today we're doing eggplant, well, stuffed eggplant. So let's start getting it going. So basically, guys, all we're gonna do, we're gonna chop these eggplants in half. You know, we're gonna, yeah, guys, we're just gonna cut these tops off. And like I say, cut them directly in half. Try to get them as close to directly in half as you can get them. I mean, it don't have to be perfect, but you want to try to get it as close as you can. Now, what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna make some hash marks. So when we put them in the oven and they come out, we can take the inside out a whole lot easier. So let's get to doing it. Alright, y'all, we got our hash marks cut and all of them cut in half. We're gonna add a little salt. All we're doing with this salt, we're gonna draw the water out of the eggplant a bit. So we're gonna let these eggplants sit for about 10 minutes. While we're waiting on the eggplant to do its thing, let's get our veggies chopped up for the stuffing. So let's get it, y'all. Alright, y'all, we got our veggies all chopped up. Now let's turn our attention back to this eggplant. We're gonna dry off that water that then came out of the eggplant from the salt. You know, you don't have to get it perfect, but you know, you just wanna get most of that moisture out. So now we're gonna get ready to get our eggplant into the oven. So what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna add a little olive oil to the top. And as you guys know, I like my little spritz, my little shoot. So I'm gonna shoot all the tops of these eggplants with olive oil. And we gonna get these in the oven. And best believe, when we get done, they gonna be good. Good. So guys, let's get these eggplants in the oven at 350 degrees. And while that's in the oven, let's get our veg into the pot. All we're looking for is, you know, just sweat them out a little bit for the onions to turn translucent, you know, the usual. Gonna add a little salt to the party. Just trying to draw a little bit of that moisture out and make those onions sweet. Make that celery flavor pop. and bring out the flavor of that bell pepper. Everything's looking good, cooking good. Alright, y'all, we're getting a little color on everything. Everything's starting to come together, looking good, smelling good. I wish you guys could smell this. There's nothing like the smell of onions, bell peppers, and celery. Guys, our onions are looking pretty good, so let's get our Italian sausage added in. Gonna brown this meat up and get it ready for our eggplant. Yes, guys, this is going inside the eggplant, and it's gonna be good. Alright, y'all. Our Italian sausage is nice and brown. Looking good. Shoot, we could just eat this for real, but let's add our eggplant. So, what we're looking for here, guys, we're just gonna pull it. That's why we got the cross sections there. We're just gonna take our knife, cut it down the sides, and then you'll be able to pull those little cross sections that you made right out. Kind of hard doing it over the skillet, so if you just do it on the cutting board, just pick it off, it's a whole lot easier. Just pick it off right by the sections. Alright, so we're gonna get everything mixed up, get those flavors liking each other. Alright, guys, we're gonna add some tomato sauce to the party. Let all those flavors mingle together and come together. And shoot, we're gonna be eating in a minute, y'all. Yeah, we need to combine this up real good, and then we're just gonna let it simmer for a while. Oh yeah, guys, it's looking good now. Can you see it? All right, as you can see, that's our eggplant that we scraped out. Now, I'm using Swiss cheese here, but you can use whatever kind of cheese that you like. Cause actually, I'm doing a combo. This is just on the bottom, going inside the shell before we put our filling in. All right, y'all. Think we ready for this filling? So yeah, we just gonna scoop the filling right back in there. Our meat, our eggplant, our onions, our celery, our bell pepper, our tomato sauce. Now that we got our filling in, now here come our next layer of cheese. Now for me, this is cheddar cheese. Now, again, as I say, if you want to use mozzarella, use mozzarella. If you want to use Monster, use Monster. But I kind of like the combination of the Swiss and the cheddar. But y'all can use whatever kind of cheese y'all like. So let's get this in the oven. And remember, y'all, all we looking for is to melt the cheese. Everything else is already done cooking. And this is our finished product, y'all. Don't it look good? Always remember, if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And please, everybody, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
What's going on, y'all? Check it out. We doing a whole chicken. And look how we doing it on the flat top, y'all. And we also gonna do some asparagus on the side. Hey, it was so tasty. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. Let's get it. Yeah, y'all. First thing we gotta do, we gotta rain on 'em. Hit them with that salt. That's gonna dry that skin out. So we gonna have crispy skin tomorrow. Then after we hit them with that salt, we're gonna go ahead and cut out that backbone. I know y'all know how to do this, but I gotta show you at least one. At least cut down one side. Now, of course, as I always say, don't throw this away, y'all. Chicken stock, y'all. Gotta have that chicken stock. So on this, after we get that backbone out, we're gonna go ahead and hit that breastbone right there. Hit it in half right quick. Just to spread it open a little bit better. And then we're gonna sharpen up our boning knife. And we're gonna start deboning this chicken. Now first, we're gonna take out the leg bone. So simply just cut down the leg itself until you reach the bone. And then grab the actual bone. And just work that bone loose with your knife. Now if you want me to just do a video on exactly how to do this, hey, hit me in the comments and let me know. But there we go, we got the leg out. Now after we get the leg out, we got to get that thigh bone out. Now we're not worried about not the normal shaped bone that the thigh would have in it. We're just worried about that main thigh bone. And we'll get that out. Now the reason that we're doing this is for even cooking, y'all. Even cooking. Yeah, because if you leave these bones in, you ain't gonna get no even cook on it. So let's just, same way. Once you get a hold to that bone, just use your knife and work it on free. Now next, we're gonna take out that breastplate bone. Now remember, chicken stock, y'all. So don't throw none of these bones away. Make sure you save them for your chicken stock. Now also, I did cut the tips off of my chicken wing. Now we're gonna take a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And we're simply gonna put the meat side down into that lemon juice. Making sure that skin side is out that lemon juice so that salt can do what it do and dry that skin out. Now after 24 hours of marinating in that lemon juice, and this is what we got. Can you see how dry that chicken skin it got? That's what I'm talking about. So first thing, we're gonna go and rain on them. Hit them with a little Old Bay. Now season it really well and make sure you can season both sides, y'all. Both sides. And then we're gonna get a little butter on our griddle. Now don't try that at home. Use a spatula, y'all. I'm kind of crazy. My fingers ain't that sensitive to heat. Now our griddle is on low, cause it's gonna cook about 20 to 30 minutes of size, depending on the size of your chicken. So we're going skin side down first. So we just gonna let that bad boy go. Oh my goodness, he already look tasty. After about 15 minutes, we're gonna give it a flip, cause we're gonna flip this a total of 4 times. I'll flip it about every 15 minutes. Now this is our final flip of the day. And like I said, we flipped this 4 times. And oh yeah, take a look at how crispy and good that skin looks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and start on our asparagus. Gonna throw us a little bit more butter down on the grill. Spread that butter around and get our onions down. Oh my goodness, lost an asparagus soldier. And of course, you know we got to rain on them. Gotta hit them with a little salt. A little pepper. Got to, y'all. Got to. Of course, after we hit it with that salt and pepper, gotta give it a little mix. Making sure we break that onion up good along the way. After our onion saute for about 2-3 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and get our asparagus in. And after cooking for about 2-3 minutes, we're gonna hit it with a little water just to steam that up a little bit. That's all. Pop a little steam off, make that asparagus a little bit more tender. And after that steam hits that asparagus really good, we're gonna give it a little flippy flip. And a mix. So now after checking the temperature of our chicken, which is 165, it's time to get it on off, y'all. Time to get it on off. And now we might as well use the whole griddle for this asparagus, y'all. Go ahead and finish this up right quick so we can eat. But anyway, it took maybe about another 2 to 3 minutes for my asparagus to get done. And it's time for us to plate up, because I'm ready to eat. And look at it, y'all. Now I have me some cheddar cheese, macaroni and cheese, that asparagus, and of course that chicken. Don't that look good, y'all? But anyway, let's take us a bite. So I got the chicken breast right here. Gonna cut me a little piece off. And just as I thought, tasty, y'all. Tasty.
Acorn squash, y'all. Stuffed acorn squash. So after we get our squash cut open, next thing we need to do is remove these seeds. Now, I'm removing mine to this paper towel so I can plant these next year. So, you know, I'm gonna get them just dried out enough to be able to store for next year. Now, even if you didn't want to plant these, you still can put them on a paper towel and treat them just like pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds. You know, go ahead and roast them up. Hey, they pretty tasty too, y'all. They pretty tasty. So once we get our seeds gone, it's time to handle this squash. So first thing we need to do is go ahead and hit the squash with some olive oil. Then we gonna go and raid on them with some salt and pepper. Oh yeah, these be tasty too, y'all. So we gonna go ahead and get our oven set at 425 degrees for 30 minutes.
then we're gonna get our squash in. Now while our squash is baking, let's go ahead and start sweating down our onions in our olive oil. Now I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil in this pan and 1 whole medium onion. And of course, you know, we got a rain on. Go ahead, hit them with some salt, some pepper, fresh of course. Now up next, we're gonna be adding in our baby portobello mushroom. Now you can use whatever type of mushroom you like. Hey, today I had portobello. I didn't use button. I didn't use shiitake. You know, whatever mushroom you feel like eating that day. So yeah, you know we gotta do a mix on that. Mix. Now once our onions have turned translucent, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of butter. And of course, you gotta give that a mix. Now our timer has gone off on the oven and it's time to pull that acorn squash. Now we're going to take the flesh of the squash out. Just scooping it all out. You don't have to get all of it, just get close, you know. Don't go crazy with it. You want to leave some flesh in at the bottom anyway and around the sides because it'll be tastier that way. And then we're going to add that squash into our mix with our onions and mushrooms. And we're also going to add just a little bit of leftover rice. You use fresh rice too, it doesn't matter. I just had leftover rice from yesterday. I was like, yeah, today is the day to eat that acorn squash, y'all. So we're gonna bring that all together. Everything combined real good. And hey, it ain't gonna be long now, y'all. It ain't gonna be long at all. Once everything is combined well, we're gonna go ahead and add, well, me, I'm using cheddar cheese. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like. Gonna add that to the bottom of our acorn squash, and then we're gonna start stuffing that bad boy with that filling. Oh my goodness. This finna be tasty, y'all. So tasty. So tasty. after we get that filling pretty much stuff, it's time to go ahead and put some more cheese right on top, y'all. Right on top. Cause you know my wife a cheesehead. She got to have that cheese, y'all. Gotta have it. We gonna get it back into our oven. And this time we're just putting it in a 350 degree oven. Just long enough to melt that cheese. And oh yeah, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Let me grab me a fork, y'all. Look at that bite there. See, that's what I'm talking about. Tasty, y'all. Tasty. But anyway, you know what time it is. Love, peace, and keep it grilling, y'all. See ya.